Bit of the news, man, I see why I don't watch it. You should try to watch the news like once a week, just kind of to catch up and stuff like that on the weather. But when you hear all those negative things, that affects you. You know, you got to realize how much negative stuff affects your being, your mind, your mental, your health. What you need to do, how I started really looking into the way negative things affect you is I did I think it's called the Mashimoto or Iromoto experiment or something like that. I did it myself, and it's true. What that is you have a thing of rice. You have two things of rice. Put water in both of them. Label one hate, label one love. The one that you label love, you say you love it, you love it, you love it every single day, just like you would do a plant when you talk to a plant. And the one you say you hate, cuss it out, say negative things to it, uh, put it a little bit separately, but just cuss it out. Then in about a week, maybe 2 weeks, after doing this, check it again and see what happens. The rice that has water with love looks fresh and brand new. You can pour it. You can almost eat it. You probably could eat it. It's not turning blue or purple or anything like that. The one that you cussed out, that's like green, blue, purple, fuzz. I mean, just everything. You'll see the difference of it. And that is how negative words affect you as a human. Now, keep in mind, your body is 70% water, just like the water that was in the rice. So, when people say negative things to you, they could be they're doing harm to you mentally and physically. Okay, mind, body, and spirit. They're killing that. So you know with that, when they kill that, what happens? You stop manifesting. You stop getting the things that you want and stuff like that. So you can't let anybody stop your manifestation. But anyway, that's why I don't watch I watch the news maybe once a week or something like that. Okay, now with Breonna Taylor. Hmm. This is what I've been talking about for the longest and been trying to tell y'all for the longest. Okay? This is what I have been trying to tell y'all as a chosen one. Uh with Miss Breonna Taylor. Sorry for I had to pick something up off the floor. With her, that stuff is all negative stuff to get you in that low vibration. Um if you look at some of my past videos, it'll tell you the reason why that is. Okay, so you need to look at that. Okay, there's a reason why we are being oppressed and made to feel a certain way. Okay, so you need to check that out. But anyway, with Breonna Taylor, this is all part of a, uh, a game by higher forces. And until you start looking into that, you won't be able to figure it out. Okay? And there's a lot of things you need to know too. You know what I'm saying? So just check that stuff out. I encourage everybody to do their research. If it's not my videos, check out another chosen one's videos or something like that. I just want you to wake up. I don't care if I get views or not. Just as long as I'm able to tell someone, that's cool with me. But it's very obvious to me that it's more popular in today's society with a lot of the robots to be negative. To be, if you look at the stuff on the TV, the videos, the news, the gang violence, the embezzlement, the things like that. you know, that's all part of it. That's all part of making you feel a certain way. Okay? And to the bigger politicians and stuff like that that's doing these things, man, why do y'all always here's my thing. Why do they think a majority of people is stupid? You know, not just, well, it could be just us, but not just us. I think that all races, if you seen the court case, if you seen the news prior last night, you seen them boarding up windows and doing all these things, right? To me, when I saw that, I knew what the verdict was going to be. Okay? So this is not surprising. We're very used to this. We're very used to the BS. So we knew what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We all knew it. Not just us. We knew what was going to happen. And it continues to happen. And then what they did was, they bring this ringer or attorney general, whatever. He's black. So, you know what I'm saying? They bring this ringer to try to confuse us. Okay, let me tell y'all something. We are not confused. We know what's going on, man. Y'all can quit with the shenanigans. We know what's going on at all times. We know. You know what I'm saying? And I think they might look at a lot of minorities as uh, a lower form of humanity, of some, like, because of the gang violence and the shootings and stuff like that. But you have to keep one thing in mind. There is always crime in low impoverished communities. When you got a community in poverty, there's going to be a lot of crime. It doesn't matter if it's here, if it's in Mexico, if it's in Africa, if it's in Australia. If there's a low sense of poverty and a low sense of pride, okay, then you have violence. If you have a lot of people who uh, feel as though they have no way out and this is all there is. And why do they feel that way? I'm going to tell you why they feel that way. They feel that way because they get denied in loans. They get denied in housing. They get denied in jobs. They get denied in relationships. Only thing they have to look forward to that's going to be honest, honest with them the next day is to look at the news and see the poverty and stuff like that. Now, you got to keep in mind, you got to open your mind. This is all a plan, an elaborate plan to get you in a low vibration. Okay? I want you to check into what vibes mean and what low vibration mean, and it's going to help you to understand when you watch other videos and see where I'm coming from, right? Okay. So that's all this is, man. We knew that's what that was. Now, do I believe that Joe Biden and Kamala is going to be my safe haven? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe he is either. Donald Trump and I don't think they are either. So it's time for you to start learning about yourself. Stuff like this had to happen because there's going to be a great split, right? People are starting to recognize in 2020 vision that this stuff is crap. You know what I'm saying? I look at the new, like, when I do have on TV, they had those um, ads with those politicians and stuff, and it's the same junk every year. You know what I'm saying? Not just black people, white people, Mexican, uh, Australian, everybody need to realize that these government people, man, they on some BS, bro. For real. If you think about it, if you look every year, it's always, oh, well, this person did this and this person did that. You know, when are we going to realize that these people are not equipped to take on leadership and management of our lives? Because that's what it is, right? They are not equipped for that. And they've been doing it for years and years and years and years. And their time is up. It's time for them to go, right? It's time for them to go. It's time for you to start learning about yourself. Start realizing that you are smarter than what they think you are. You need to start looking deeper. Don't look what's on the surface. When you look what's on the surface and you go by what's on the surface, they have won. That turns you into a robot. Because you're just believing what anybody tells you. You're not looking into your heart for the answer. Now that might sound cliche. That might sound, but people tend to disregard anything that's not complicated. It's very easy. Very easy. When you stop and open your mind and actually think about it and do some research on it, right? If you start thinking about it and doing your research on it and using your mind, you'll see how powerful you really are. Straight up. They got you convinced, thinking that you are just a body. Do you think that God wanted it for you? You think that God wanted it for you to work 40 to 80 hours a week for 70 years or something like that, 60 years, 65, and die? And go to a nursing home and live out the rest of your 15, 20 in like a jail for old people? Because that's what it is. Right? Because I've did my stints. I did my stints I used to work at a nursing home and stuff like that. And I would see the people with stuff in their room. And all they have in their room is a couple pictures, maybe a blanket. They ain't even got their clothes. They got jogging suits in the closet and Pampers. I'm not trying to be rude to nobody, but that's what it is, right? They take everything they got, the kids do, and then they barely ever come see them. And that's why they put the little bracelets on their legs and stuff like that. So if they pass that front door, it goes off. And guess who comes and takes you right back in? It's a jail. And it's not too far-fetched. If you look at the food, jail almost get better food. But anyway, it ain't funny. But that's what it is. And God did not mean for that. Okay? So with Breona Taylor, man, just keep in mind that this had to happen in order for this to take place. What's going on? So she is a hero, and that is wrong for them what they did. Period. For them to get off. Okay? But these things had to happen in order for us to see how faulty the people who are supposed to be managing us are. When are y'all gonna realize that these laws are crap. When are y'all going to realize that? When are you going to realize that? Because it's always something. Every time some injustice happens, oh, well, the law says this and within the parameters of this. No, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You mean to tell me they couldn't wait till the daytime? And who shot the first shot? Like, what? I guess that's more research I'm going to have to do, but I'm just telling y'all just to keep your eyes open, ears open to everything that's out there. Please do some research. If you have questions about a lot of things that I'm referring to, look at my past videos. I tried to do like a in-depth research on things, just to kind of let you know a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But keep in mind, I love all people, and good vibes is going to get us through this. Not only do I love people, I love all things, like the trees, the grass, the everything. Everything is beautiful because who made it? God. All right? So just stay strong. We're going to get through this. Keep your mind steady. Meditate, sun gaze, watch other chosen ones' videos. Because it'll start getting you to start thinking and researching for yourself. Much love to all y'all. Till we meet again.